Good evening. Tonight I'm shooting once again with my trusty Sony a5100 in XAVC-S mode. I'm shooting 24 frames per second, a 50th of a second shutter speed, ISO 400 or ASA 400 depending on how you like to denote it. I'm using my Rode SmartLav Plus. I'm recording to my iPad mini using GarageBand. I have the SmartLav Plus to plug directly into the iPad. I've been experimenting with this a lot lately. I get very clean sound. I don't get the little squeaks and squeals and noises that I get with my Zoom H1. The Zoom H1, my main complaint with it isn't even that, because once I start recording, usually not touching the device anymore, so the squeaks and squeals are usually as I'm doing the count in or so forth, where you're not actually hearing them. That section is on the cutting room floor. My main complaint with the Zoom is the battery life. I do a couple of videos a week and I'm constantly having to change the battery. Supposedly you get 10 hours from a AA battery with it. If it is, I don't really notice it. I guess I have it in standby often, and that's sucking my battery dry. I'm not sure. Yes, I could use an external USB power supply to give it juice, but it's not optimal. I'm finding that the GarageBand on the iPad works very well. I also will probably, at some point, if I continue to use the iPad, I'll probably get an iRig or possibly one of the many iPad specific mixers like the Behringer iStudio IS202, which looks very nice. Although Behringer says that they can't guarantee that it will work with a newer lightning connector based iPad. They're designed for the old 30-pin iPads, but I really don't see any reason that the 30-pin to lightning connector adapter won't let it work, because it's made for that purpose. So I may pick one up, I'm not sure. The price is very hard to resist at $99 for a 4-input mixer that the iPad slides right into and that takes power from the mixer so that it'll keep the charge up on it. It's an interesting idea. $99, it's hard to resist. I'd say that's probably about it. I was thinking about getting maybe a Tascam DR22WL, and then many of the features that it has I can replicate with the mixer. The iRig would let me use the mics that I currently have. The mixer would let me use the mics that I have as well, but mixer is going to be a little better than just a jack with a wire and a plug on it, which to me is all the iRig actually seems to be. So it's simply converting a TRS mic to be used in a TRRS jack, which is what a smartphone or the iPad has, or the iPod Touch for that matter would be the same. So anyway, pretty sure this is plenty of footage and plenty of audio for you to get an idea of how this sounds. Perhaps you have an iPad or a Google tablet, Google Android tablet. There's plenty of apps for Android as well. I believe the Rode Rec app, which is free, works on Android as well as iOS. I'm not exactly sure about the Tascam app, which is also free. I know there's an iOS version, but I'm not actually sure if there's an Android version. Hopefully there is. Unfortunately, there's no Android version of GarageBand, which is actually a shame, because it does so much more than just record vocals. So anyway, that's about it. Please subscribe if you enjoy our shows. Give us a thumbs up if you like this particular show. Have a great night. Bye for now. O nagi wahi.